here, baby. The Immortal Hulk Omnibus. What is going on, Organic Price Books family? It's your boy DayDay here from Omni Comics, and I'm here to celebrate my favorite character. And I'm finna do it the right way, huh? First of all, before I get started, let me give a shout out to my boy David from Organic Price Book. This man done threw my name out there to do an overview of this book because he knows how much I love Hulk. And of course, yeah, I had to do this. So shout out to David, shout out to JP, and all the good people at Organic Price Books. You guys are killing it. I'm excited to talk about this experience of a run. Just like the last time when I was on this channel and I did Planet Hulk, I'm finna try to do the same thing for this. I'm gonna try to keep this under 15 minutes because I can talk about my favorite character for a long, long time. But we're going to go over the structure of the book first, you know, talk about the extras, what the binding is like and all that. And then after that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk about this amazing run. Is that all right with y'all? Subscribe to Organic Price Books if y'all want more content like this. Let's get the ball rolling, huh? All right, first of all, let's start off by me saying this thing is heavy. This Immortal Hulk Omnibus is heavy. It's 1,616 pages of Immortal Hulk goodness. I think it's going to be restocked in November, I believe. JP, David, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But they said this is going to be restocked. You do get 2 cover choices. Both of them are by Alex Ross. I chose this one because of the energy behind it. There's another cover. Hold on, let me hold them side by side so you can see. So there's another cover by Alex Ross, which is basically more like a headshot. I had to choose this one though, just the energy. I just feel it more. Immortal Hulk Omnibus by Al Ewing collects Immortal Hulk 1 through 50. Issue 0, Hulk Best Defense, Defenders Best Defense, Absolute Carnage Immortal Hulk number 1, King in Black Immortal Hulk, and the Gamma Flight 1 through 5 miniseries, and material from Avengers 684. I'm so glad that's in here. And Immortal Hulk Time of Monsters. So this guy collects a lot. It's a fat one. 1,616 pages. Boy, you better not try to read this with one hand. You'll break something. Now, I'm sure I already done showed you the beautiful cover, the spine, the back, how sexy it is. But when you look under that dust jacket, Jesus, woo! We are talking about the full wraparound cover from issue 50, the final issue of Immortal Hulk. Boy, what a breathtaking wraparound. Oh, Marvel couldn't have chosen a better cover for that wraparound. Now, as far as extras go, it ain't really that many, but it's mostly variant covers. You do have them in this little small tile format, which I'm not always the biggest fan of, but I'm glad that the Alex Ross covers, the main 50 covers, are throughout the book, and they're oversized. To me, that's worth the price of admission, just looking at Alex Ross artwork. And then when you open the book, you get your black end sheets, and then of course, you open by a creepy image. And then of course, when you open to the credits, there are no page numbers, unfortunately, but it's mapped extremely well. Please do not get no anxiety. It's still mapped extremely well. All of this is written by Al Ewing. As far as the binding go, the eye isn't that big. This was printed at the iMac printer in Turkey. Marvel likes to use them a lot. And they're using these very thin Holy Bible pages almost. So if I were you, please stretch that spine. And what I mean by that, go page by page. Do not do it by the bunches, because some pages you might think is large. No, they're actually 2 pages stuck together. Go page by page. This book is already big enough. It ain't that much of an eye, but you're also gonna see some gutter loss, so please stretch that spine. I had to stretch this about 2 or 3 times just to make sure it's correct. But yes, stretch that spine, please. Without further ado, let's go in and talk about this here book. Immortal Hulk, written by my boy Al Ewing and illustrated by Joe Bennett, who does the most creepiest job of art, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, we all know that Bruce Banner, who is the man under the monster, has not had the best life, right? We all know he has had tragedies from childhood, dealing with his father and etc., etc., etc. What Al Ewing did here was take you back to those old Silver Age story days where Stan Lee first created him, where it was Bruce time in the daytime and it was Hulk's time in the nighttime. Basically that Frankenstein, Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of concept. He wanted to go back old school and take you back, and also take it with a darker horror concept. Al Ewing starts with the familiar, right? What's a Hulk story without him being chased, right? Of course, you have the government coming after him, shadow bases after him, Alpha Flight, just to name a few, even some of the Avengers, of course. But then, after maybe the first 10, 15 issues, Al Ewing was like, okay, it's my turn. We've seen this before, but let's go deeper. Because I was wondering, I'm like, how much deeper do we want to go into Bruce Banner's psyche? Well, yeah, there was so much more. This man went down kind of a spiritual level with the storytelling. Because this story is more about Bruce Banner and Hulk, actually, facing what has happened in their past. Trying to forgive or come to terms with what has happened. Because, you know, Hulk, or even Savage Hulk to be specific, you know, they try to cover it up. Put this wall up. Leave me alone. You know, kind of mindset, you know. But Al Ewing uses all of these scenarios to help him come to terms with what he has done in his past. And he takes him down a dark hole. There's this thing called the Green Door. Oh, my God. Before I go in and tell you about the story, I'm going to talk minor spoilers. Just a minor. Because there's no way I can fully say what I want to say without saying. I promise you, you will live. There's over 50-something issues in here full of surprises. I won't tell everything. But just a minor spoiler, okay? What lies behind this door is not very light. It's very dark. You're basically in hell. Let's go ahead and be honest. I told you it's a minor spoiler, but I'm just trying to explain. I'm trying to do the world building for you so you can have an understanding of the experience that you're going in. You're in hell. Now, this door can bring you from life or back to life, you know. But Al Ewing uses terrifying concepts to help Bruce Banner come to terms with what has happened in his past. That's what this whole story is about, at least for me. You know, rather if he is facing the one below all, I ain't gonna tell that other part. I hadn't told you who was chasing him. Now, who could be some of the heroes that you might see in this story? First of all, Hulk has always had this dissociative identity disorder, right? We saw that in Peter David's run where he introduced multiple alter egos or alter Hulks, right? I'm not going to spoil them all, but there's one in this story that I love how Al Ewing wrote him, Joe Fixit. Oh my God, he did not play no games. That's just one of them. This man has even given homage to past Hulk runs, and just to name a few, of course, Peter David, Jeff Loeb, Bruce Jones, which, by the way, Marv, I'm still waiting on that Omnibus. Bruce Jones, Greg Pak, Jeff Loeb, just to name a few. And he names each of the events. If you have read those, you don't have to read those to enjoy Immortal Hulk, but if you've read those, you will know exactly what he's referencing to help you understand what has happened in this man's past. And he wants Bruce to face it. That's what his writing is doing here. Putting Hulk in each of these situations to help him come to terms with what has happened to him. I'm sorry. It's a very creepy horror way of helping you to learn a big life lesson. You can't move on with life unless forgiveness is there. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's just me that got that message. I got it loud and clear after reading this run 4 times. And another run he also makes reference to is Bill Mantlo, because there was something major that happened there for him to reference that in here. Like to me, y'all, what Al Ewing is saying here, boy, it's such a big life lesson. Like, if you have a problem, the first thing to getting to solve that problem is to acknowledge that you have a problem, right? Al Ewing uses all of these concepts in here. Bruce's past, people chasing all these things, even the stuff, the spiritual level, even the one below all. The one below all, which is behind that green door in hell, even tries to preach to him. And this is an evil entity. I'm not going to tell you who the one below all is, but I'm just saying, Al Ewing uses all of these horror aspects to preach this. You know, if you don't acknowledge that you have a problem, it's going to grow into a monster, which is what that Savage Hulk alter ego was doing to Bruce all of these years. To me, that's my interpretation of this story. This is a run that I will forever embrace. It will teach you something that you never thought you would get through 50 issues. Now, I will say, what is this whole run? It's over 50 issues, right? Without flaws. Sometimes some of the issues can feel a little dense, and it might drag just a little bit. But after reading this run 4 times, I finally, well, it ain't finally, I got it I got so much more out of it each time I read it. And it's like Al Ewing starts with the familiar and takes you down his own road. He said, yeah, I'm going to give homage to the past stuff that y'all have seen before while I'm doing my own thing. To me, this run is genius. This is past the don't make me angry, you won't love. No. This is past that. Al Ewing wanted to do his own thing. I love his interpretation of Hulk. You could tell that this story was not written by a writer. This was written by a fan. Al Ewing had a clear understanding of who Bruce Banner and Hulk is. Well done, bruh. Well done. Okay, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to hush up. There's a character in here named Jackie McGee. If anybody watched that old school Incredible Hulk show, I think, what was it, 70s, 80s? One of them. That old Lou Ferrigno Hulk show from those days. That character, Jackie McGee, that's in this story is based off Jack McGee from that show. He was a reporter who was chasing after Hulk as well. And she's chasing after him in here too. Al Ewing, you are a fan. And it's quite clear. It's very clear. Y'all, please go get this book when it gets restocked in November. If I'm correct, JP, David, can y'all confirm that down there? You forget that this is a comic book at times. Because this is basically almost Marvel's answer to Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. You know, you don't feel like this is a comic book anymore. I don't know if that's an exaggerated answer to how I feel about this, but you don't feel like this is a comic book anymore. This was an experience. And the artwork by Joe Bennett is so creepy. It reminds me of that graphic scary images from the movies Alien and The Thing. If you've ever seen those, you know what I'm talking about. Alex Ross does the whole run, all 50 issues, the main series, all 50 issues. Alex Ross does all 50, and they are absolutely incredible. Oh my God, Al Ewing, Joe Bennett, Alex Ross, you guys killed it. You guys, please go get this book. It's $150, but if you order from Organic Price Books, I don't even remember the discount number. I don't even know, but if you get, you will get a discount, of course. You ain't paying $150. I mean, it is worth $150. It's a fat book. Well done, Al Ewing. I gotta go now. I love this book so much. Y'all go get the book. I hope I sold you on it, but I'll see y'all later. Peace!